Jagee's cookbook is back, and yes, I'm excited, and I'm sure you're too. Well, this time I've got the beautiful Melissa out here, and well, if you have been seeing my shows, we first had Chris on our show, that's her husband, and then we had Jonas, a sweet boy, and he is Melissa's son. Today we're going to have Melissa, and they're all really good cooks, and also they are such a sweet family. Very, very, very down to earth and very, very natural people. Okay, now what I'd like to, we haven't touched much about Germany. So first of all, I'd like to introduce you to Melissa. So hello, Melissa.
Hi,
welcome
Jagee.
to Jagee.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and now what all do you do? Can you introduce yourself to the camera?
Yes, my name is Melissa, and I was born and raised in the United States, where I met my husband, and we then went to Germany. And we've been living in the Bavarian forest now, actually for 24 years or so. And that's an area of Germany that's very rural.
Okay, so the Bavarian forest.
The Bavarian forest, lots of trees, hills, mountains. And
do you get any special things out there, like the Bavarian something? Honey, what?
Yes, there's actually a lot of, you guessed right there.
they don't call me cook for nothing. Okay, so yeah, honey, you get good honey there?
Yes, it's a local, something local. Actually, a lot of things are done locally also.
My producer actually loves honey. He keeps on saying that he loves bread and honey.
Well, actually, you can get very good honey here also,
so
I believe.
Here? Okay, yeah, we do get it here. But next time if I go to the Bavarian forest, I'll surely drop by and get a beautiful jar of honey. What else in German cooking? As German cuisine, what is there that we have to know, or the viewers would love to know about Germany?
Well, one very nice custom in Germany in general, not only Bavaria, is that in the afternoons often people will go to cafes and have their coffee and cakes, pastries. So
is it like the high tea in Britain?
No, it's not, because
so
it's
like
not a meal in itself. Tea in England, if I'm mistaken, is sort of a meal, a big meal.
Okay.
This is sort of just a place where people
around.
get together, and it's more of a social thing that revolves around eating also.
And what do you usually eat?
Well, there are all different kinds of, you go to a bakery where they sell all different kinds of cakes that are really very delicious with lots of cream and fruits or chocolate.
And I've showed the Black Forest to the viewers.
Right,
I think
that's, for example, a typical.
that's German, typical German cake. I forgot to mention it to you during that episode, but the Black Forest really comes from Germany, or originated from Germany.
Right, there's a part of Germany called the Black Forest.
Okay, so like, what are you planning to prepare, or what are you going to
Well, today, actually, this is not a very German
By
thing.
the way, I forgot to say about how beautiful, how gorgeous she looks in her Carolite sari, and she actually carries it off absolutely well. I couldn't do half the job, really. I really appreciate it. Really keep it up. Okay, so what are you going to show us today for our viewers?
Well, actually, what we have here today is something that's not typical German. It's actually Mexican, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, yeah. It's cornbread. What you want
Yes.
to show? It's sort of Mexican. So let's go ahead and make cornbread. Okay, go ahead, Melissa.
So the first step is to actually grease the pan.
Okay.
We take our melted butter.
Yep.
And lightly grease the pan so that it doesn't stick.
Do you want me to grease it for you, or can you do it?
Why don't you?
Okay. Okay. While I'm greasing it, you can go
Carry
ahead
on.
and start.
The general principle is to mix the dry ingredients together, and then the wet ingredients together.
Okay.
And then first you mix the wet to the
into the dry.
Right.
So something like a muffin.
In principle, it's a similar
Okay.
process. So here we have 1 cup of all-purpose flour.
1 cup of all-purpose flour. It's just all-purpose plain flour, not self-rising flour.
Right. And then we have cornmeal, also known as polenta.
Polenta.
I believe polenta is the Mexican name for cornmeal. So we add 1 cup of cornmeal.
Easy enough.
Right.
So 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of polenta.
Then we have, was it
4 tablespoons?
4 tablespoons of sugar.
4 or 2, just depends upon how sweet you want
Right.
it. It's a bread and not a cake.
And we have our baking powder, not to be confused with baking soda.
So baking powder, 4 teaspoons.
Right, which seems like a lot, is what we
Yeah, that's what
discovered.
I mean. When Melissa told me about the content of the baking powder, I thought it was a bit too much, but I tried it out for our viewers, and it was okay, no problem. So 4 teaspoons, not tablespoons, of baking powder. Okay.
Okay, and then we have salt.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Okay.
And there we have our dry ingredients.
So we have all our dry ingredients, and all we do is we mix it with the sieve. Okay. Sorry, we mix it with a whisk. Okay, mix it really well.
And
Now,
this we can mix really well, right?
yeah. So now, if you're not very sure, because what I did was, Melissa, I sifted all the dry ingredients together. I sifted all the dry ingredients so that all the baking powder and the polenta and the all-purpose flour all gets uniformly mixed. But if you don't like sieving, or if you're not bothered, you can, just mix it well
Right.
with the whisk. It's just that you have to mix it well. So it becomes a light yellow color.
So next comes the
Egg.
Oh,
you want to
actually in an extra
extra bowl.
container, which we
Okay.
can do right in here.
Oh,
actually.
good. Good.
Do we have 1 cup of milk?
I think it's 1 cup, yeah. So 1 cup of milk, full fat. 1 egg.
1 egg.
I know it's a bad thing to do. I always judge the way people break the eggs. And you broke the egg quite well.
Oh, thank you very much. And
Okay.
then we have the melted butter,
butter.
which
So,
was 4
This is like
tablespoons.
4 tablespoons, yeah. Around 40 grams. Is it 40 grams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we mix that up well also.
Okay. That's a good way of mixing.
Yeah,
I've never tried that. Can I try it?
Sure. It's fun too.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay. Okay.
So now we have both of them well mixed.
So we've mixed our dry ingredients. We've mixed our wet ingredients. Now all we do is pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Is that right?
Right, and there we don't mix it very well.
That's the secret. Now you have to be very careful. Never, never, never mix it too much. Just mix it till it just gets moistened. Don't over mix it, because if you do, the texture of the cornbread will be.
It's all right if there are lumps.
Yes. Okay. So what we have to do is it's okay if the batter is a bit lumpy, or should it be lumpy? It should be lumpy.
It should be a little bit lumpy.
Okay. So go ahead.
So now we add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Just slowly pour. Would you like to pour?
Sure. Do you pour all in one go, or?
I would pour it not too slowly. You can
Okay.
pour it, yeah, that's good.
That's my way.
Easy. All at once.
It smells nice. It smells of that corn. I love the smell of corn.
It does. It smells really
Yeah,
delicious.
but my husband, He doesn't like the smell of corn much.
No?
No, but I love the smell of corn. I find it very, very appetizing. Yeah, on a very nice cold rainy day.
Right. Mm-hmm. And this is something that tastes, it's a bread, as you said, it's not a cake, and it does have a relatively strong flavor. It's not a bread that you eat like a white bread. It's,
Okay, so like it can be called a quick bread.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay, I think that's
pretty good.
it. Yeah.
Bottom is all set.
So it should be like so.
Oops.
Got some more flour. Okay, the batter should be really lumpy. Don't worry, it should be lumpy. It's supposed to be lumpy. Okay, now remember our grease pan. Now before that, we have to preheat our oven. Okay, now you can actually preheat your oven for 10 minutes. Yeah, but this procedure probably, it will only take 10 minutes.
Takes about 10 minutes. The oven should be preheated to 200 degrees, right?
Degrees Celsius.
Oh. Celsius, yes.
Okay.
Not Fahrenheit.
Okay. So I'll help you with this. And I think there is a bit more dough down.
Dry?
Yeah, dry bit. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, it's fairly thick enough, huh?
Yes, it is pretty. It is.
Is it the same structure? I mean, is it the texture we are looking for?
Yes, just right.
It shouldn't be more looser or more stiffer?
No, it shouldn't pour very easily in. It should.
Okay, so it shouldn't be like a cake batter. It should be more, just a bit more thicker than a cake batter. Yeah? Do you want me to help you?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
fine.
It's all set.
So it's all set. Now all we have to do is shove it into the oven, and we'll see. Now it all depends upon the oven capacity. If it's a big oven, lesser time. No, sorry. If it's a big oven, more time, and if it's a small oven, less time. So I'm going to keep my cornbread. And we shall see after 20 minutes. Melissa, I think our cornbread is doing fine. I think it smells lovely.
It does. There's a
Okay,
wonderful.
so will you go and...
So shall we take it out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do you want some help?
That's okay. Got it.
Get it?
Nice and golden brown.
Oops. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, this is hot and nice. Smells nice too. Careful with your hands. Do you want to hold this so that you won't burn your hands?
That's probably a good idea.
I do hold on burning on my my skin now. If you see my hands, whole lot of burns all over the place. I'm very good at burning myself. And it's really soft. Wow, that's nice. And what do you eat this with? Usually,
The cornbread itself is a little bit on the dry side.
Okay.
And so you want to eat it with something that's a little bit wet.
Wet.
And that typically I know cornbread eaten with chili con carne.
So usually, I've shown you the chili con carne. Yeah?
Yep.
Chili con carne? Okay, and that's like a Tex-Mex thing.
Right.
Now, you can, like Melissa said, this is, it's better to eat with something moist. Chili is a very, very good accompaniment with this. And I had shown you how to make chili, I think some episodes back, and chili con carne. It's a Tex-Mex thing, and it goes very, very well with cornbread. If, I mean, you don't relish chili much, you can add a little bit of honey and butter. Ah, wonderful combination. How about pouring some butter on this. It's lovely and golden. I love the color. The color is really
Rich.
Rich, exactly. And just drizzle over some honey. Here we go. Drizzling away. Looks nice. Yes. And really, quite good, I must say, even if I say myself.
Good job.
Good. Anyway, really, really good. I think it's time for us to taste. I couldn't get words to describe this. It's that good. Excellent. You should try it. It's soft. It's got that nutty texture, and it feels lovely in my mouth. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you
Melissa,
also for having us all on your program. That
Yeah.
was really a lot of fun.
It
Something,
was-
a special experience.
Yeah, it was really fun for me because it's something different, and I got to know all of your family, and hopefully everyone enjoyed it.
We certainly did.
And anyway, I hope you the very best when you actually go to Germany.
Thank you very much.
And how everything works out well. So good luck, huh?
Thank you very much.